Ismail Haniyeh was the top Hamas leader for over 20 years, managing the group's political operations from Qatar. He was instrumental in the recent negotiations of a ceasefire deal with Israel following the group's October 7th attack in 2023, which killed 1,200 Israelis. On Tuesday, July 29th, he was in Iran with other senior members of Iran's Axis of Resistance, which includes Hamas, Hezbollah and the Houthis. The next day, July 30th, he along with one of his bodyguards was killed in an alleged missile strike in Tehran. Ismail Haniyeh's death is a significant setback for Hamas, especially with rising tensions across West Asia due to the Gaza war, and it complicates future negotiations between Israel and Hamas. The 62-year-old was born in a refugee camp near Gaza City and joined Hamas in the late 1980s during the first Intifada or uprising. According to reports, Haniyeh's parents were refugees from Ascalon, now known as Ashkelon, in Israel. He was arrested by Israeli military and spent several terms in Israeli jails during the 1990s and 1980s for his role in the first Intifada before being deported. After returning to Gaza, he rose through the ranks of Hamas and joined its leadership in 2004 after the deaths of leaders Sheikh Ahmad Yassin and Abdel Aziz Rantisi. After Hamas won the 2006 Palestinian elections, Haniyeh became the first Prime Minister of the Palestinian Authority or the PA government, but his term was cut short by PA President Mahmoud Abbas after just 1 year. In 2007, Haniyeh played a key role in securing the release of BBC correspondent Alan Johnston, who had been kidnapped in Gaza and held for 16 weeks by another Islamist group. Ismail Haniyeh became the political leader of Hamas in 2017 when he took over from Khalid Mashal. On October 7th, Hamas launched a surprise attack, sending over 1,500 fighters to Israel, killing at least 1,200 people and taking about 200 hostages. However, Israeli strikes on Gaza since then have killed over 39,000 Palestinians, according to the Ministry of Health in Gaza. In the following months, Haniyeh played a crucial role in international negotiations to end the conflict and secure the release of hostages. He had shown willingness to reach a deal if Israel withdrew from Gaza, though Israel deemed these demands unacceptable. Haniyeh faced personal losses due to the Gaza conflict. In April, Israeli police arrested his sister for links to Hamas. 9 days later, Israeli airstrikes killed 3 of his sons and 4 of his grandchildren. After the attack, Haniyeh insisted their deaths would not affect the ongoing ceasefire talks. He said, and I quote, "Whoever thinks that by targeting my kids during the negotiation talks and before a deal is agreed upon, that it will force Hamas to back down on its demands is delusional." Experts believe Ismail Haniyeh's death will impact ongoing ceasefire talks with Israel. In a post on social media platform X, Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei has vowed revenge for the death of Ismail Haniyeh. The supreme leader condemned the killing in a post on X. He wrote, and I quote, "The criminal terrorist Zionist regime martyred our dear guest in our territory and has caused our grief. But it is also prepared the ground for severe punishment." The Prime Minister of Qatar also reacted to Haniyeh's killing. He said, and I quote, "Political assassinations and continued targeting of civilians in Gaza. While talks continue, leaders to ask, how can mediation succeed when one party assassinates the negotiator on the other side? Peace needs serious partners and a global stance against the disregard for human life." With Samrat Das Gupta and Viti Singh for NDTV.